Welcome back, ladies, to Tremelo Nights. This is a very special one. I've just gone to the gym for the first time in about 3 months, and I am high as a kite off of endorphins, dopamine, dryptamine. That one's not real, but that one, that's what it feels like, because I am dripping with ooze. And I'm wearing my dad's boxers, right, because I've not got any washed, so yeah, rocking around in boxers instead of the tighty whities. And God, first day back at the gym, right? Whew, I'm so pumped to go. My wrist's finally better after it was all soft tissue damage, yada yada yada. Yeah, and I'm thinking, I'm gonna go in there and I'm gonna crush it. I'm excited to go. Usually, I mean, dreading it a little bit, right? But I'm like shadow boxing, all the way walk up to the entrance, get there. Hello, everyone. I'm expecting them to go. Well, where have you been? Ah! But of course, no one cares. And I've got a big red bottle that I carry, about a gallon of water. Yeah, 4 liters or something like that. So I bring that with me. Elite stuff. Go sit down. Put the bottle to the side of me. Get on the bench. Right. Get the dumbbells. Do a nice little set. I'm just trying to keep it nice and calm. Right. And boosh, bringing it down. Lift. Last set. Boom. Bring it down. Can't like safely bring it down. I have to drop the weight. Bang. Straight on top of the water bottle, shatters it, water everywhere, right? I drop it and I'm like, oh, that is the first thing I did, right? The first thing I did was that, and there is water everywhere, all over the floor. It absolutely obliterated this red water bottle. Oh, I'm like, go run, get the guy that works behind the counter. He comes out with a mop. I'm like mopping, I'm helping him. I feel bad. I feel terrible. But it's a real grungy gym, right? And I think that's what you want. You don't want these new gyms where nothing squeaks and there's no rust on the weights. You want to be where you can spit on the floor and slap people if they look at you funny. But I'm like, oh no, I'm going to be called water bottle boy. I've just come back after 3 months and now, like, some guy that I've seen there before. I'd been going for like a good year straight, yeah. I'd been going like 4 times a week, real, routine. And I had to take 3 months off, right? Not on my own doing. I mean, I could have gone and done legs, but I'm not retarded, so why would I do that? And this guy, man, this guy that saw me do it, right? He's helpful. He's like, oh, there's a mop in the thingy. I was like, oh, I've already asked him. And some guy comes in, right? There's a little big wet floor and a do not slip sign that the kid that works there put down. And out the corner of my eye, the guy comes in, and the guy that saw me do it was like, "Oh, wind out over there," like pointing at me like that. And I was like, "Oh no, I'm that guy, man. Oh God." But it's all okay. I didn't try and I've lost a bit of strength, of course. I think that's what happens, but should get that back. But I just weighed myself and not good. About 224 pounds. So that might be a heavyweight. I might be a heavyweight boxer, but not good anyway. So I don't know if I need to lose weight or just increase my body mass even more and then cut, for summer. But I've never really done any cutting. I was just in a continual bulk, which is nice. You don't really appreciate it when you're eating a lot of food and you don't have to worry about anything like that. Like, not eating. But cutting, that kind of just takes the fun out of it. But I don't know. I like eating shit, like, because I've not been worrying about what I've been eating. When I was going to the gym, I'd eat, like, make sure I'm eating enough protein, drinking loads of milk. But since I've been, like, injured, I've just been eating processed shit food, which is fun. You only have to pour a load of breaded king lemon and herb king prawns on a tray and just go upstairs, and 20 minutes later it's all cooked. But I don't need my brains rewiring with all that junk, so back on the chicken breast salmon. But I'm excited, how it'd be like that. and your bad bowels. And this guy's great. Hello, go get your minge out on that bench over there. It's fantastic stuff. And she's obviously an entitled little brat who's never been told no before, and she can't fathom why this guy won't move on a public bench, right? And it's fantastic, man. It really is. And I've seen it so many times. I think I watched it a couple of months ago. I think I turned it off. But Jordan Peterson, right? I saw it just pop up. He said like, "Oh, where would the world be without grumpy old Englishmen?" And he's right. But boy, has that guy lost his crackers, eh? I remember when he first came onto the scene, right? And he was, he was saying a lot of stuff that was kind of making me vibrate, if you know what I mean. Clean your bloody bed. Lobsters are gay. All that sort of stuff, and I completely agree with that. But it was amazing, Don't tell me to see your pronouns, But he's kind of lost it, right? I seen on Joe Rogan with his two-tone suit, looking like a Batman villain, and it's wild because so is Batman. You live long, how's it go? Like you live long, if you live long enough, you become the villain, something like that. And he's not a villain. I think he has good intentions, but he has lost the plot. Let's say that, eh? I don't know what they did to him. Some sort of Marvel. What's that guy called? Captain America, the Winter Soldier, right? If they did that shit to him, because he went to Russia, right, to get deprogrammed from all these benzos, and they put him in a coma. Dude, make no mistake, those KGB have been fiddling around with those brain stems. Poor guy though, right? And his daughter as well. Is she fit? I think on a scale of 1 to 10, I'd give her an 8. I think she's fit. So that's good. Good for him, man. But he's on that, he purely just eats meat. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but there's not anything that's, I don't know. It's kind of gruesome, right? It's kind of gruesome, that. About drinking my milk. I'm full into the gym now, man. I've got to pile on pounds. I've got to get food in my body as quick as possible. So I put on a bit of weight, but I'm saying I need to re-ingest these muscles, right? I need to get the muscles up. Big muscles, super big muscle, low fat. So that's lifting heavy shit, right? And drinking milk. Because milk's fucking, dude, man. Milk just makes me, I don't know. That shit they put in it to make the cows, menstruate or whatever they do to keep them all year round, squeezing the stuff out. God, it gets me rock solid. But it's great, man. Milk, love milk. It's getting pretty pressurized in Beantown at the minute. I'd rather the weather just make its mind up, right? If you're gonna be hot, be hot. If you're gonna be cool, baby, be cool. But instead, it's freezing cold one week, kind of picks its shit back up again the next week, and then back down again. And I really won't mind, but my car has pressure sensors in its tires that bring on warning lights if the PSI drops below a certain amount, and when it gets cold, that shit go low, very low. So I get warning lights, and then what am I gonna do? Blow them up? Then what? Then when it gets warmer again, my car's gonna explode. Doesn't make much sense, does it, Vauxhall? It's not making a lot of sense to me, is it? But I've just been trying to get some good sleep, and the prongs, struts, whatever you call them, that lace the bottom of my bed, right? Little wooden things. Yeah, that big. Yeah. Happens to be the same size as my penis. And these things go under the bed, right? But also, I'm a fat piece of shit loser. So when I enthusiastically jump on my bed, right, I end up falling through it. And they just get shattered. So I'm down to on one side of my bed. I got a double king. I think that's what it's called. And on one side, it's been destroyed basically. So I've only got probably about 7 out of the 10 in full working order. So a lot of shit in my life, I'm like, oh, I'll do it another day. Oh, I'm not doing it today. Oh, don't worry about it. And that's slowly, having something in the back of your mind gets my stress level, brings it up a little bit, and it's incremental. But it still does it. Like I'm one of my friends in Australia, and I told him I'm going to send him something, right? And I painted him a picture. I was waiting for it to dry. That was my little head excuse in my stupid little fucking head. But now it's dry, and now my excuse is I don't have one. But it takes so long to get from here to there. That's kind of my excuse, that it kind of just is taking long. The Royal Mail aren't doing very well at the minute. I'm sorry it's been 3 months. But like I'm saying about the bed, it took me a little while to suck and fuck to get it all sorted, right? And even on Friday night, I was like, I'm just going to leave it another night. And I got a shit night's sleep Friday night, right? Wake up on Saturday like an AIDS patient. And I think, sleep's one of the key foundations, of a good, murderer. You've got to sleep well at night. And it came to Saturday, so I think, okay, I'm going to get the best night's sleep I've ever had in my life, right, ever. Put my retainer in just in case, get to bed at a reasonable time. And I'm woken up at about 2 o'clock in the morning by what can only be described as like that kind of beat, but not really in time. Nothing, similar about it, like humming. And wake up, I hallucinate sometimes. When in bed, I wake up and think shit's in my room and stuff, and or get confused about wild shit. And I can hear it thumping. I'm like, oh, somebody's fucking, right? So I put my head on the wall, and I can't hear anything. Put my head on the other wall, I can't hear anything in there either. Is someone fucking in my ceiling? No, surely not. And I stick my head out the window. I can't hear anything there either. So I'm like, okay, it must have just stopped, right? I'm just late to the party, right? So I put my head back on the pillow. Boom! I can hear it again, right? And now I'm starting to get annoyed, and I'm getting more annoyed about the fact that I'm going mental 20 years before I planned on going mental, right? So I can't get to sleep. And it's not even the fact, if it was just constantly like that, I can get behind that. But it's it stopped. And then it comes back at it like some fucking moron playing the drums. Bear in mind, this is 3 o'clock in the morning. And I sleep with Rain and Thunder on my phone next to my fucking head. And I can only hear this shit when I put my head on the pillow. So I honestly do just lose it, try and get a little bit of sleep, keep waking up anyway. And I'm going on a walk with my mate the next day, right? And I say to him, listen, man, I got a terrible night's sleep last night. I think I'm kind of losing it. Something was happening, and there's a noise, and I just couldn't hear it properly. And he was like, yeah, I heard that as well. I think it was a rave. I was like, it was a fucking rave, wasn't it? Holy shit. It all makes sense now. These idiot teenagers making noise, ruining my bedtime. Are you joking me? And I've been to these raves before, and now that I've stopped drinking and taking lots of drugs, I like everything in life. I feel like I'm superior to people, and but part of me is like, they're just having fun. Let them have fun. Another part of me is calling the SWAT team. I want to see people getting shot and dragged out and handcuffed, right, and arrested. But obviously, I fall in between both of those two thoughts and think, all right, maybe it shouldn't go on all night, right? But it did. And apparently the police couldn't stop it, right? It was a big thing. It was heard across the whole city. I start Googling it, right? My parents know about it. And yeah, a lot of trouble these little freaks have caused me in particular. And I've been, like I said, I've been to these things before, and a good 70% of the people at these things, if they vanished and nobody knew where they went, nobody would care either. A lot of these people are real whispers, of functioning members of society, and most people are young there, in it. But there's a few people, right, that aren't young and make it their little hobby to go and take drugs and dance all night in a field. It's cool, right, up until you get to about 40 or 50 years old. Then I'm sorry. Then you've got to go and help the homeless. Then you've got to go volunteer at food banks. Then you've got to go get a job, Buster. Because, I don't know. Saw videos, right? One of my friends was at one of these things, right? And it's just, there's something about when you fucked up, right, and you've been out all night, right? And I've done it before. When you hear the birds in the morning, when you've drawn the curtains, right? It's pitch black. You're with two people you don't even know, and one of your friends there, and you're fucked up, and you open you're like, okay, I've got to get home now, right? What time is it? 8 o'clock in the morning, and it's like that feeling of the party's over, right? Is one of the most horrible feelings in the world, and it's obviously boosted by the fact you're coming down from drugs and alcohol, and you've been out all night, you're tired. But then when you get outside, and if it's in summer and that heat hits you, the birds know. They know you. They know they're looking at you, and they know that you've not done anything, and you're not going anywhere, right? And they're thinking that when they're like chirping and shit, and they see people, he's going out to go get some milk and start his day. This degenerate is going home because he's just ruined his day. But that's it, man. That's living for the weekend for you, and it's a tricky thing, a tricky beast to try and conquer. I tried to do it for a while, but I'm not very good. It really ruins every other aspect of your life if you let it.